This is the Carolinas Healthcare System Blue Ridge Video President's Report for March and April 2014. It's official. The Blue Ridge name change was unveiled with a special video on March 11th during the LDI Quarterly Leader Connection.
We are proud to announce that Blue Ridge Healthcare has a new name and a new look, reflecting our growing ties with Carolina's healthcare system. Over the years, we've shared a commitment to quality, safety, patient satisfaction, and serving the healthcare needs of all, including the most vulnerable in our communities. Our new name reinforces this mutual commitment.
Making Carolina's healthcare system and the Tree of Life part of our identity, while keeping Blue Ridge in our system name, clearly says that we draw from the strengths of a much larger system, but we're still focused on meeting the needs of the local communities that we proudly serve.
As our relationship with Carolina's healthcare system continues to evolve, there'll be many opportunities for our medical staff to work collaboratively with physicians from our sister hospitals all across the Carolinas on projects like increasing access to highly specialized care not available at Blue Ridge, improved technological and clinical improvements, new opportunities for research, new models of care, and many other areas.
I've had many rich, rewarding, extraordinary experiences consulting with our fellow physicians in the Carolinas healthcare system. They, as I believe, that close collaboration, clear communication, and mutual respect lead to exceptional service and a high quality of patient care.
By highlighting the power of one, we are merging our long, proud histories of knowledge, achievement, and innovation, and our ability to ensure the very best healthcare close to home.
We at Carolina's Healthcare System Blue Ridge want to show the people of our community that while we are many in number, we all share the same goal. We are all united, we are all connected, and we are all
one system,
one team,
one belief,
one mission. We are Carolina's Healthcare System, Blue Ridge.
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 Home improvement was the theme of the 2014 Spring Briefings, presided over by President and CEO Kathy Bailey, who presented a long list of 2013 accomplishments and 2014 challenges. Among the accomplishments, the successful openings of the Marion Medical Plaza and the Morganton Heights Urgent Care, and the success of lean projects, in particular interdisciplinary rounding, which received special recognition from Carolina's healthcare system. 2014 challenges include provider and teammate unification, leader evaluations, clinical services enhancement, and a decision on the future of the Valdez campus, which, she emphasized, is not closing.
I need you to hear me say that. We are not closing the Valdez campus. I continue to hear rumors every day that that's what's going to happen. What we are doing is evaluating the services that are offered on the Valdez campus and making a recommendation to our board of directors on what services should remain on which campus. And the board should be making a final decision about that this summer.
Ms. Bailey also announced a 2% wage increase, a system-wide bonus incentive plan, a new leader rounding mandate, a new marketing plan, and a concerted effort to reduce diversion, which occurs when the emergency department gets backed up and EMS patients are routed to other hospitals. The cost of diversion, she said, is high.
So far in 2014, we've lost $250,000 due to diversion. It's $250,000 in 3 months. We cannot afford to go on diversion. So what that means is we've got to discharge patients as soon as possible. We've got to clean the rooms as soon as possible. We've got to provide ordered services as soon as possible. And patient flow is essential to our success in staying off of diversion.
Finally, Ms. Bailey called on all teammates to continue to emphasize and work toward our #1 goal, patient and family-centered care.
Speak to our patients, visitors, and teammates. Smile at everyone. Be kind, be patient, be pleasant, and be attentive. And treat everybody you come in contact with respect, dignity, and professionalism. You know what an excellent experience looks and feels like. It's up to you to make sure that you provide it. We want you to be proud of where you work. We want you to feel like you are part of Blue Ridge Healthcare and that you're part of our family. It's work. I get that. We all work. But it doesn't mean we can't have fun and enjoy each other and make it feel good to come to work.
Despite a steady rainfall and cool temperatures, a long line formed outside the Foothills Higher Education Center in Morganton nearly an hour before the scheduled opening of Lady Fair 2014. The doors were opened a half hour early at 7 o'clock, and the first of many hundreds streamed in as the Carolinas Healthcare System Blue Ridge-sponsored event, the region's largest dedicated solely to women, got underway. Participants signed up for and were then given a series of free health tests, including skin cancer, bone density, diabetes, lung health, and blood pressure screenings. Teammates from our hospitals and from our physician practices were on hand as well, offering information, suggestions, and literature to those who stopped by their tables. At the same time, vendors, both commercial businesses and local organizations, offered their products and services to the large crowd, everything from jewelry to clothing to beautiful dolls. There were over 90 tables at this year's Lady Fair, and oh yes, a couple of cows too. President and CEO Kathy Bailey says Carolinas Healthcare System Blue Ridge is proud to sponsor this annual event, which began 10 years ago.
This has been one of the best Lady Fairs ever, and you know, it seems to rain every year on Lady Fair, and we always wonder if that's going to impact our volume, but it hasn't. I just ran into a couple of women in one of the aisles that they have not seen each other since last year's Lady Fair. So it's becoming a meeting spot, an annual tradition for a lot of the women in our community to come in and be able to have free screenings, see what we offer at Blue Ridge Healthcare, meet new friends, and reunite with old friends, and make sure that they're taking care of themselves, because women spend so much time taking care of everybody else.
Final attendance and other statistics are still pending, but Blue Ridge officials say they are delighted with the great success of Lady Fair 2014. Carolinas Healthcare System Blue Ridge is committed to LEAN, a patient-centered program designed to improve healthcare processes by eliminating waste. Simply put, the LEAN process identifies and removes inefficiencies. In March, Blue Ridge conducted another in a series of what are called LEAN Rapid Improvement events. Jane Phillips is our Director of LEAN Transformation.
During this event, we spend several hours teaching the tools, exposing people to the concepts that we use in LEAN. One of the biggest concepts is the 8 wastes. When you learn what the 8 wastes are and you begin to recognize it in your work, then you realize that sometimes things that we've thought all along is the work is actually extraneous and takes away from our ability to care for the patients and to deliver the service that people expect from us.
The purpose of this particular event was to reduce hold times while improving patient flow in the emergency department. Last Friday, the LEAN team reported their findings.
2/3 of the time of the nursing supervisor, we learned, was spent in things like looking for supplies, running down food trays for patients that need them, fielding all kinds of telephone calls. And while they were doing tasks that were probably needed to assist someone else, these weren't directly focused on helping the patients. We have such a need in our emergency department with patients who have been assigned a bed, are ready for admission, but they become a bottleneck with the ED holds that we have. And so we would like to eliminate the waste in the work of the nursing supervisor so they can focus on moving patients upstairs into beds and getting them comfortable so we can begin to care for them.
One particular concern that was brought up during the report out was the fact that some nurses question the authority of the house supervisors. President and CEO Kathy Bailey addressed this issue in no uncertain terms.
I'm a little appalled that we have staff that don't understand that the nurse supervisor is the officer of the day. When administration is not here, the nurse supervisor is our voice. They are the person that we have left in charge of this facility. So please make sure that your staff understand that. When the nurse supervisor asks staff to do something, the correct answer is yes. If they don't agree with it, if they have an issue with it, or if they think there could be a different way to do it, that is to be handled after the fact. When the nurse supervisor gives an order, makes a request, makes a decision, it needs to be followed through.
Also at Friday's report out, a 14-point action plan was unveiled and will be implemented and measured for success. The Rapid Improvement Event, another in a series of Blue Ridge Lean projects designed to drive out waste, using less to do more. Last September, ground was broken to inaugurate a highly anticipated multi-phase renovation of Grace Ridge Retirement Community. 6 months into the 18-month, 4-phase project, and all is proceeding very well. Here is Grace Ridge's Executive Director, Brenda Yost.
The project's going according to plan. Everything's on schedule. The residents are enjoying watching the activity, from tearing down wallpaper to putting up new ceilings, watching the contractors walk on stilts as they do ceiling work, all the fun buzz of the construction work. They're inconvenienced, but there aren't any complaints about the inconvenience because they know that it's going to be worth it.
In the first phase, completed early this year, the covered driveway at the main entrance was extended. The library was moved and refurbished, and new office space was constructed. In the second phase, a new reading room, a new mailroom, and marketing and sales offices are being created. New carpeting is being installed. The flow of traffic in the lobby is being eased, and a space is being created for mobile-assisted devices. It's expected that the second phase will be completed in June, and the third phase will commence immediately thereafter. Brenda says the goal is to make Grace Ridge an even better place to live.
The renovation project was designed to make life easier, to make life more fun for our current residents, to give them an updated home environment, as well as make it more enticing for our future residents. It's kind of like renovating, upgrading your house. You do a remodel. After a few years, you need to have new paint, fresh carpet, some new furniture, and this is home to 200 residents, so we felt the need to upgrade and update our interior home.
The $5 million renovation is scheduled to be completed in the spring of 2015. Best in the West was this year's motto for the Carolinas Healthcare System Blue Ridge Volunteers Luncheon. Our volunteers, who really are the best in the West, were honored as our most important natural resource. In 2013, our volunteers donated nearly 18,000 hours of service and have raised money for dozens of programs, including the Healthcare Foundation and the Children's Miracle Network, not to mention their direct sponsorship of the Daisy Award and annual healthcare scholarships. Members of Carolinas Healthcare System Blue Ridge leadership were on hand to personally thank the volunteers. Among them, Chief Medical Officer for Continuing Care, Dr. Edward Plyler, who made a presentation.
The medical staff would like to present a check to the Guild for $250 for all the efforts that you do, and we hope that we can do more in the future.
The luncheon also serves as direct recognition for milestones attained by individual volunteers. This year, 44 volunteers were honored for the number of hours that they served, from 100 hours to 6,000 hours. Several of the volunteers were on hand to receive their service award pins. As luncheon keynote, President and CEO Kathy Bailey told our volunteers, "We know that being a volunteer can be very personally rewarding, but it is your community that receives the greatest rewards, your time, your energy, your talent, and your spirit. And we thank you for that." This has been the Video President's Report for March-April 2014. Thanks for watching.